Yo, what's up, guys? So today I want to talk a bit about fasting as a Christian or as a non-Christian, the benefits of fasting, why I do it, what you can expect to get out of it. So some people might think, bro, why are you fasting? That's unhealthy. Just enjoy yourself. Just live your life. There's no need to deprive yourself. There's no need to even suffer at all. Just indulge, enjoy. And I get that because that's ingrained in our culture. But Jesus said in the Bible, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. And I believe one of the ways to deny ourselves is to fast, to put the flesh to death, to crucify the flesh so that the spirit can grow. Because the Bible says the flesh and spirit are contrary the one to the other, so that you cannot do the things that you would. So sometimes if you want to grow closer to God or feel more connected spiritually, you have to deny your flesh and you have to fast or lift weights or run or a combination of all to suffer in the flesh so that you can grow in the spirit. So one thing I've really learned in fasting is that every meal, every day you're willing to give up food. It's not a sacrifice that goes without notice. And every meal you're willing to sacrifice, you're willing to say no to, God will give that back to you in the spiritual. Think about what I just said, guys. Every time you deny the flesh, you deny the food, you deny the earthly, temporary, fleshly pleasures, God will give you twice as much, but in the spiritual realm. Jesus said, labor not for the meat that perisheth, but labor for that meat that endures unto everlasting life, which the Son of Man shall give you. So it's saying, labor not for the temporary, fleshly, earthly food that perishes upon eating, but labor for those eternal truths and revelations that will last you the rest of your life once you learn them, that will keep you uplifted, guys, until you make it to heaven, right? There's certain truths I've learned that have given me so much spiritual joy and hope and faith and contentment. And some of those truths I needed to fast to discover them, to learn them. So I would highly encourage you guys to do a little fasting, a 1-day fast, a half-a-day fast, a 2 or 3 day fast if you feel up to it. And again, everything in moderation, everything in balance. You don't want to starve to death, obviously. You want to stay healthy. So I've been, kind of fasting for 4 or 5 days, but I have had a few meals during that time. So it's basically been 4 or 5 days of very little calories essentially, but not directly 4 or 5 days of true fasting on 0 calories. Having said that, I've still totally noticed the benefits and felt so much closer to God and more in tune with the Spirit and more connected to my divine purpose that I need to do as a man of God. And part of this calling, I believe, is that Mount Zion thing, but that's a whole other subject, guys. I believe that is part of my calling. And since fasting, I felt more bold and convicted and articulate in me getting that message across. So the point is, to summarize, guys, every meal you're willing to sacrifice in the flesh, God will reward you 10 times as much in the spirit. You just need to be able to hunger for those spiritual food and be grateful when you receive it and seek the spiritual things above the fleshly things, Colossians says, if ye then be risen with Christ, seek those things which are above, not the things that are on earth. So that's about it for today's message. I'd encourage you guys to take up fasting, do what you can, keep it healthy, keep it in moderation. That's about it. God bless. Have a great day.